I'm Natalie Worth.
And my name is Anamaya Farthing Kohl, and yeah, what am I doing here today? We're just gonna finish a couple things up, and then we will get to do something. We'll get to present the weaving. I guess it's called Kohl for weaving, and it's Kohl in Swedish is like this. Well, it means many different things. It's a Hanuman, so it means when you pull a warp or when you warp a loom, you make this like figure 8 thing, which allows it to go over and under, over and under, over and under. And that Kohl is actually what holds the fibers into place when you make a weaving. But then Kohl also is the crossroads. Well, the Vägskäl is the crossroads.
Kohl is the soul. Kohl is reasons also, like the reasons for doing something, arguments, and that is also connected to this, like the weighing process for decision making.
There's this person called Sebastian Mundeheim, and she has a theater company that uses puppets. Like it's like an educational puppetry theater company, and I used to work for her. And we built all these like Navajo standing looms, like Navajo Dene weavings. And this woman who was like what? Then she must have been like 101, who didn't speak any English, but she was basically like teaching me, I guess, but there was like maybe 8 kids also in the room. And I kept saying stuff and she just looked at me and she said, you have to, in English, she said this to me, because mostly she was speaking in Dene. And she was like, she said to me like, no, just watch. This isn't about talking. This is about watching and feeling. So when she was doing the warp, she'd like pull the string and she'd have me pull the string. And it was so hard because there was all these kids. But then after she said that, I was like, this is about watching, not feeling. So we did. And then that's how I learned how to weave.
I think it was just through hanging out one day that we sort of talk about weaving, I think. I asked Maya, do you think it's possible to build your own loom? And Maya said, yeah, that's possible. And for me, that's what I remember. And I thought, that's amazing. I want to work with you. I want to build that loom. I mean, that's the way I was thinking.
Like in the first weaving we did, we just took all the stuff from the residency. Like it was just like all like there was like we had like a presentation at one point and there was like 1 cup, and we like were like, oh shit, like like there was just like nothing was left, And I think like maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's like, but being in a place where there's just like so much stuff, like there's just like endless amount of stuff, and pretty much everything would come through. Like anything and everything comes through there, which is actually kind of, it's like sometimes like when you're feeling like, playful and tough, like you can like pull stuff and it's not a big deal, but then sometimes it's totally tragic.
I found it very overwhelming to be there. It's very, I don't know how many tons of things that come into that space, and it's both like construction and demolition stuff, and house being torn out because of, what you call it, gentrification or. So for me, our first week at Rare, which was amazing, Billy organized so we could meet this anthropologist. He talked a lot about severance, like how a lot of stuff that actually come through are because of severance. Like no one is taking care of that stuff, so it can be, divorce, it can be death or eviction, these different things. And for me, that was like an entry point to the objects that I could relate to, because for me it was very overwhelming, so much stuff. But that was something that helped me to see things and like details in the like mass of things that was going through there.
After my dad died, a friend and I kept making jokes like, what if you get hit on your bike? How do you leave your room? Like, what's in your pockets? Like, what are these things that like really, that you, like, you don't want to leave your room messy if you die. And like this whole thing about our personal cosmology of things is like so funny, because there are these things that order us. And then there are these things that you order, and like how you understand them really depends on your personal relationship with the things.
That I think about it more now in a collective way, I would say, of society's ways, like the end station of stuff that comes and goes. But I would say maybe I can see more the beauty in things, and like I more see like how recycling and ways of repurposing things is actually can change class. Like you can find really nice stuff in the dump that is not based on your income because it has been thrown away. So in a way, I find it like a bit like not revolutionary, but it has like that kind of potential in a way of fucking or messing the order of society up in a way through these like kind of recycling processes.
It's been like, I think that being here and like going, and then also like because of how generous Billy is, and like how receiving, and also like how flexible and interested he is, like we've been so lucky. Like I just feel like the whole time we've been in so many residencies that just like nothing, like, okay, you're here, we have your room, here are the keys, see you later. And like there's something so special about, and maybe in Cason was the same thing, like people were very interested in the process, interested in being there, hearing what we thought. And I think like that availability is just like out of this world. Like I don't know how he can do it. Being in this part of the world during such a wild time, and like seeing kind of this like destruction of trash, or like being like, oh, this is like trash, but it's like a brand new camera, you know, like it's just like, wait, what? And like seeing how wasteful we are, it is like so powerful to think about what you were saying about like the collective death cleansing stuff, like getting prepared, but collectively, like, well, how are we gonna leave this place, you know? Yeah, hold up, let's finish one more second. I want to get a piece of wood.
Yeah.
So I can like, maybe this way.
Well, actually, we're making a publication together. I have something happening now, but yeah. So we have a publication. We're going to make a publication together, actually. So, and just continue beavering away, as we say.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna just go home to Mexico City, and then work on the publication with Natalie. And then the rest will be told. The future will be told as it's told.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes.